Guess who was out on her broom, flying the flag upside down, singing Celebration, saying it's a party going on over here? The wicked bitch of the West, Alito's wife. And probably Thomas' wife probably was right there alongside with her, celebrating what? Texas, moving those maps because of her husband did what? Which is a shame. He wants to get those votes. And everything that DJT has done, you talking about, this ain't even brainwash. This is not a brainwashing for this man. This is just pure hatred. But you know what it's going to backfire? I'm going to tell you why it's going to backfire. Because who ran their program off of hatred? Your boy, DJT. And now that his score is up underwater, it's some hatred out there. It's some hater aid out there for a baby boy. Yes, it is. Kanko McShankle, who can't even stay woke, okay? Can't even stay woke. And got people falling. That viral video where the man fell out behind him. Woo! That lets you know everything is falling down. That's how the presidency look. Everything is falling down around me. I can't keep my eyes open, and I really don't care. But that's just how everything is. Along with that line, Caroline Levitt. That's right. But what's really sad, what Alito did today, it was horrible. You know, because you're basically saying, it's okay, he's a felon. It's okay, he's a pedophile. You know, we can handle all of that. Yeah, you got Jim Jordan pushing the basket too. Because what was he doing for Ohio State? The same thing. Because all of them up there, that's what they are. They don't care about this. And they think that the richest people in the world should rule the world. And, you know, they should not be held accountable for anything. But you know what? People are saying, when it comes to these kids, this is a different story. We ain't trying to boogie for that. We don't like that shit at all. Even some of the ICE people are saying, wait a minute, we got kids too. This ain't looking too cool. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is like, you ain't going to call me in the office and think I'm going to go along with your shit because I done seen some of this stuff in the Epstein file. So I'm finna boogie up. I'm finna leave you high and dry. You know, you can do whatever you want, but I'm out. I'm out. Because there will be life after Kanko McShankles. And that's another thing, too, while it's on my mind. I saw that $6.5 billion roll across that screen today, and I thought, no, Michael Dell and his crazy-looking wife didn't donate this money. And then they brought up the word children to go in kids' funds for Trump. Anytime you see the word children next to Trump, they should have ran a butt-naked mile. They shouldn't even be. Children? Really? Because what does that look like? Woo, you look suspect, Michael Dale, today. That's what you look like. I'm trying to donate this money to cover up my sins. Whatever happened, if you connected to the Epstein file, your ass is going to come out too. Because like I said, he's used everybody for a tool of humiliation. Yes, he have. And even Ted Cruz is out there saying after this Texas thing, well, Trump that don't look too good. And Democrats, Republicans, you see how it's looking. And you all going to have to pivot. You got to exit stage right because my boy is going down and he going to take y'all with him. So get ready. That's right. But getting back to Alito and this guy up there that didn't have no control of his court and did everything to change the Constitution, racist as hell. Him, John Roberts, Samuel Alito, and Darth Vader. That's right. And you know we ain't created equal, but I definitely won't hold this book up there too long because, like I said, another story, another day on this brother here. Well, he ain't really a brother, but we'll come back to that also. But they doing everything they can to stick with this pedophile and all the things that has happened to our nation. It's okay. It's okay to be the Great Gatsby. It's okay to starve us. It's okay to do everything for his family and nothing for your family. It's all okay. Because like I said, that's what Jim Jordan and the rest of them promote. Because all of them are like that. It's going to all come out. And the game of hatred has reversed itself. Now the people is not really following you that close. And they turning this hatred around. Hatred is a motivating factor. Shit, now we into the movie Fatal Attraction. That's what the movie feels like, Fatal Attraction. Because you ran your game of hatred, and now everything that you've done to the people, they running their game of hatred because now they motivated to get out there in the polls like, hell, we're going to do everything to keep your butt from getting in. This is really too much. You've made it so bad for us that we can't get food stamps, we can't get no jobs. We've lost our businesses, small businesses up underwater. And you talking about the country is great, and you're talking about tariffs, what the tariffs is gonna do. Oh no, dude, you gotta go. DJT, you gotta go. And while I'm thinking about it, while I'm thinking about DJT, I noticed y'all haven't mentioned that because this doctor, whoever his doctor is, they lying out the side of their neck. And I'm going to tell you why he lying. Because you know what? I had this uncle. Y'all ain't thought about this. They always talking about cardiovascular. No, 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 no. He leaning forward. Okay, he leaning forward like that. My uncle was leaning forward too. And I asked him, why the hell you can't straighten up? He say, baby girl, oh, my kidneys are tearing me up. They burnt up. I'm in so much pain. I cannot believe it. I cannot stand erect. He said, the kidneys, I think they push out 50 gallons of blood. They work really hard. They work really hard. And mine just ate up from the flow up. And anybody will tell you, you look at my wrists, my hands, how they swelling. I'm scared to, walk up and down the stairs. Because I think I'm going to fall. I lose my balance. Yeah, and Kenko McShankle, he looked like that too. Yes, he do. Yes, my girls, I had enough. They ain't said nothing about them kidneys because they about to go out. So y'all don't get upset because Warren Buffett said it. He won't make it to 94. No, he won't. Nope. And even I can retire. You shout out to Warren Buffett. That's my guy. I love me some Warren Buffett. I've been watching Warren Buffett for years. I was watching him when he had his school. That's right. Warren Buffett had his program and he was teaching school and we was sitting right there watching him just like we was right there with MSNBC. Well, it's MSNB now. But anywho, we've been watching for years. And if you don't think that we ain't been watching all of this, and we tried to tell y'all, well, we wanted y'all to really know that my boy had escaped from the other side because our handle was from the opposite end of the spectrum with a different perspective. Because we knew that my boy was running loose, butt naked, just crazy, out his mind. Ain't never had no help in his life. And you don't see you don't see any documentations or anything on his mental acuity. But you know what? If he had that done, then who holds it? Probably Putin or Netanyahu, somebody that can hold him hostage on his. Well, the paper ain't worth the mind that he got, so they ain't really got nothing, and he ain't got nothing either. But in the meantime, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this man's health, and if Obama's hair was like mine, turning white, and he was in his 40s. His hair turned icebox white. Michelle probably had to go get some black. She probably like, oh, pimp, we got to do something about this hair because you graying, you not graying gracefully. You just graying. This is moving fast. So I'm kind of representing me at number 44 today, the white and black, and that's how they always looked at 44. One side of him was white, one side of him was black. But we know where he stood, and just to let him know that I really appreciated seeing him around the holidays, really doing everything that the president should have done. But I hold him in my heart as our president, even though he's not in office, because he could never teach Donald DJT anything because he had DJT had all the answers, but I want to know if he got the answers and see that his crew is saying, we figure that there's going to be life after you, and your life may not be that long, but in the meantime, we need to take a U-turn and pivot and, form another Republican Party. That's what they're going to have to do. I remember when Young Guns was in there, who was that? That was Paul Ryan, Kevin McCarthy, and it was one more of them. Eric Cantor, I think it's Rance Priebus. They were Young Guns, and they came in and they was like, okay, we coming in and we gonna be tough, tough doo-doo, and they went out. But in the meantime, I got to give one thing about that crew. They was like, we ain't trying to kneel to Trump. We ain't trying to do that because we out of here. We don't care about that. Even Ted Cruz, come to think of it, now that I'm thinking about this, Ted Cruz said the other night when that election was won, he's like, dude, this ain't no win for the Republicans. That they lost terrible. And you know what I really like? I'm gonna tell you what really had me just so ecstatic. When that wind came in, all I could think about was, ah, the Democrats ain't saying nothing. This ain't gonna be no celebration tonight. They not gonna be singing. There's a party going on right here. Not it ain't no celebration this time of the year. Cause you know what happened? Soon as they won, shit, before they could even muster up anything, shit, they threw that Epstein stuff out there and said, ha, you ain't gonna celebrate tonight. Not tonight, partner, because even if we didn't win the election, we're going to force these papers on you, and we're going to try to get my boy up out of here because we sick of him. We have to, if we have to do, they need, welcome, they can't do the 25th Amendment because y'all know my boy is off his true rocker. Y'all know that. But we've been knowing it for a long time. We was trying to tell y'all that when we put that blog out there. And as a matter of fact, it comes to my mind as nitty gritty mitty. There was a story that I had put out there in that blog. And I was mad at Mitt Romney because he was doing all that lying. But Mitt Romney came on in. He still had some integrity about him. He got a little decent in the end. But Mitt, if you hear my voice, come on, step on out there. Because, I know you don't like my boy. And just say, you know what? We're going to step out, and all the people that had feared or, couldn't talk or against DJT, we ready to take our party back because this is an opportunity. This is it's cracks in the walls. You know how a long time ago you used to put a cup up to the wall to listen to what the people were saying next door. Yeah, the walls were thin and stuff. You ain't even got to put a cup up to the wall because you can hear this from a mile. You can hear everybody on Capitol Hill, everywhere out in the street saying it is time for DJT to roll over because we are sick. We are sick of him, and we got pure hatred. Ain't no love for you, and we coming, you know. And what is Alito trying to do? He showed his hatred too. What has Thomas showed? Their hatred. We have to hold them accountable and let them know that you came with a plan. And your plan was hatred because you don't want no black, no brown, no beige. And you can snatch all of them, the Mexicans and other immigrants, but you can't snatch America off their soil because you brought us here. We didn't ask to be brought here. You brought us here, and now we here, and you all hate that because now we're citizens and stuff. And so that's what ICE been doing, trying to round up everything, black, brown, and beige, but that ain't working. That's not going to work because people are looking at you all different, and ain't none of y'all got no immunity. What's up with that? None of y'all got immunity, and y'all going to go down with DJT. I hope it was good. I hope when everything come out, I hope you can live with yourself. Because if Epstein said the dog didn't bark, then Magamoo and Republicans get ready, damn it, to howl. Because you know what? You are when all of y'all went over there and bent the knee and kissed DJ's T's ass, you all did yourself a great disservice. The ones in Congress and the ones in the Senate, you ruined your careers. Just like the Supreme Court. They ruined their career too. Look what they doing. They actually standing behind somebody. They want this man to win because of what? And who's running this country anyway? And who got the codes? That's what I'm talking about. Who got them? Who got those codes? Because is it Volt or is it Miller? Because DJT ain't got no mind to do this. None whatsoever. He doesn't. So I'm just saying, I had to come back because I was looking at so much information, looking at who was out there, standing up for democracy, loving the independent channels, what they're teaching, how successful they have become in such a short length of time. Shout out to Don Lemons. Shout out to Michael Popart. I had enough. There's so many Michael Tyler Cohen, Adam Mockler. speaks. There's so many of them that Tabitha. Yeah, I love Tabitha. And there's just so many people that I watch and have learned so much from, and I'm enjoying. But like I said, they're putting that information out there, and they coming with it, and they letting you know, DJT, hatred game, the hatred game and flip, and Alito, the shit that he just did. Sad to say, the shit that he just did, that's gonna bring on more hate. That's right. You piling on the hatred. Because, these people are sick of the Supreme Court. Shout out to and I hate to say the lower courts, because all the federal courts and the trial courts, they have held, it together. They have done everything to fight for our democracy, the Constitution, and the rule of law. And with the exception of the three ladies up there, from Jackson to Brown, to what is the other lady's name? Is it Kagan? Kagan? Okay. Yes, Elena Kagan. Thanks to those ladies, they've been holding the fort down. And other than that, the Supreme Court, after these ladies step away, they not shit. Just some haters, straight up haters, because everything that's been done to we the people, and them out of their jobs, and them being hungry and not getting their food stamp, and you messing around like you all have messed around, it's you all are pathetic. And and I hope that they cut you all's time short also. No more of this life sentence, life or stuff. That needs to go. Absolutely, that needs to go, because you've done our nation a disservice. You fulfilled your rich agenda. You said that rich people can do anything they want at any given time. You know, it ain't about governing. It ain't about, for them, it's not about governing. It's about saying that we rich, and if we want to molest your kids, if we want to grape you, if we want to prosecute you unfairly, we can do anything we want because we got the money to do it. When you step up to the plate and give $6.5 billion on a whim like that, then we know the deal. We know the drill. And I definitely thought, Michael Dale, what you had? What you had? You come out now? All this shit that's coming out on this man, and you still trying to uphold him in some wrong shit? Who was it? Was it Garcia? What? No. Uh, that said that they're all gonna pay. They're all gonna pay, and he was gonna be the best House member that he action committee that he could be, because he's gonna hold them all accountable, and that's what needs to happen. Because none of these people have been held accountable for their actions. They have not been held accountable, but it's time. And the hatred has flip flopped, and you're gonna see people like they angry because all the things that he said that he was gonna do, he didn't do. He didn't do. And all I can say is that the Dems, don't be complacent. Whatever you do, hang in there and lean in, lean forward, and continue to be about the people. That's what's important. Continue to be about the people, because a lot of the people put you there. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled because I've learned a lot. And I've learned a lot from all the independent medias. I just thank you guys so much. I had to step back, and like I say, I just wanted to watch. I was over there looking at some of the older movies, and uh, comparing things like The Bad Seed, how that ended. Thinking what a hell of an ending. We could see that get blowed up. Hoping that we don't get blowed up first. Because like I said, this man in, and he's sitting up there asleep, don't know no night from day, don't know who signed what. What can I say? And he talking about Sleepy Joe. Come on now. Come on. But it has been a great experience. It really has. And sorry that they running off of hatred now, but like I say, if that's what's gonna motivate those votes, there you go. And they, Basically, they're going to come after Alito and these other people. They're going to come after. And so, all I can say is good luck, Charlie. Good luck. Because you all know that my boy was sick. He been sick for years. He ain't never had no help. And everything he touched didn't turn to gold. Didn't turn to gold. He ruined everything that he touched. Everything. And this is what he has done to the nation. This is what he's done. And so, Roberts didn't run his courts because Alito's still up there doing his thing, and he probably pushing the agenda to tell him to move forward. This person right here on the Supreme Court, see, we got a lousy Supreme Court, and they're thirsty with power. They're thirsty for money. I mean, that's what it is. It's power and money. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. So I'm going to get off of here. And like I said, it's been a minute since I've been on here because I've been reading and doing a lot of research. And I didn't want to, I have said on several occasions, I do not want to come up here with talking out the side of my neck. I want to know what what's going on in the world, and I want to be able to communicate with different different people, and that's it. And I want you all to stay vigilant. Don't give up. Please don't give up, because they want you. They want to weaken you, and they want you to give up. They want you to give up. DJT wants you to give up. That's right. They want you to give up. And I know that it's kind of sleepy time for me. I'm going to go get me some tea, and I might read a little bit more, but the bottom line on this is, once again, I like to thank all the independent channels, all the truth tellers. And before I go, Stephen A. Smith, you are an embarrassment to our community. You are. And please don't get out there and say nothing else about Mark Kelly, because this man has protected us and served his country. The only thing you serve up is some bullshit. And I'm tired of you running your mouth. I'm sick of you, and we all know what yours is about. It's about your channel. We know that you don't stand for nothing, and we know that you're not bringing no knowledge to the table. You just an empty damn vessel. Just an empty damn vessel. And the stuff you out there promoting, like I said, my father, my grandfather, his father before him, all served in the military. Hell, if they did and won't serve Donald Trump, then there you have it. They will not serve. And as far as Alito, that stunt you pull, you did too. And that's not a threat. I'm not saying as a threat. That was a dead move. Let me correct that, because they'll turn shit, and then next thing you know, hey, they'll be investigating me for some shit, which they probably already investigating anybody that talks against DJT and his crew. But the bottom line is, yeah, what you did is just gonna motivate people to get out and just say these people aren't for us, and they're not going to do anything. They're not for us. They don't care if we starve. They don't care. They don't care. And for as not caring, it even gets worse, because you can stand next to a pedophile. You can give that kind of money. You can say this man doesn't have to be held accountable. We doing everything to save him. So when all of y'all go home to y'all constituents, what are you gonna tell them? What side of the map was you on? Even though Texas was granted the rights for gerrymandering, what side was you on? So I will definitely be back, because I got so much to read. And I find out the more I read, the more I don't know. But I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying all of it. I'm enjoying all the successful stations, how quick they're coming up, uh, and I'm enjoying seeing the Republicans, MAGA move mess up, because that's one thing. When you mess up, there's always somebody out there that's ready to correct your mess up. You're all ready. And so get ready. I'm going to get out of here and get me that warm tea because it's cold as a well digger's ass out there. It's really cold. And like I said, no celebration for MAGA Mike and his crew because they're on their way out. They're on their way out. And on that note, if I don't, well, I'm going to try to make more videos, but yeah, I've just been enjoying all the stuff that I've been reading, all the stuff that I've been getting from independent media. It's just been so much, and uh, I'm just thrilled because everything that they mess up is going to get cleaned up. It's going to get cleaned up, and I knew it, and it's about hope. It's about hope. And so number 44, my boy escaped. He escaped from the chart, and Alito wants to protect him with the votes. And now we're going to all sit up and stare at Alito because you played your hand. You played your hand. Just like, who else? Roberts played his hand. So, on that note, I'm going to take a deep breath, and I will be back with some more information, because I told you I can't come up here without no information, because you got them crazy MAGA moves out there, and they ready to tear you up, eat you alive. That's what they do. They believe in whatever they believe in, and which is nothing, which is they all empty-brained, as they say, top of the roster, a blank slate. So, I'm going to get out of here, and how many times have I said that I'm about to fall asleep? But I've seen a lot of people do that too. But it's been good. I'll be back. And remember, anytime anybody make you feel like you lived 365 days in one day, then you know you got to get out and vote and get rid of them. So, good night, everybody.